Alright storytellers, let's get into it. In this video we're going to go beyond the basics of screenwriting and storytelling principles. Because today I want to talk about how to write truly powerful and unforgettable stories. Because there's so much content out there, isn't there? And I want our stories to rise above it. So we're not just talking about hitting the main structural beats. In this video we're going to get to the core of what makes cinematic stories memorable, lasting and profound. So let's dive into that. Now this video is for anyone who wants to elevate their writing from merely entertaining to unforgettable. So if you're ready to go beyond cool plot twists and clever lines and start creating stories that provoke and inspire, well, let's start the journey into deep and powerful storytelling. Because storytelling should do more than just entertain. Now look, there's nothing wrong with entertainment, and your story should definitely be entertaining. But truly unforgettable storytelling digs deep to resonate on a spiritual level, and it lingers in the minds of viewers long after the credits roll or the last page is turned. See, this kind of storytelling is about going deeper. Yeah, you need your plot twists and you need your structure, but to really reach an audience, to really be memorable amidst this giant sea of content, your story needs something more. It needs authenticity, it needs a heartbeat, it needs soul. Let's take a look at something iconic. There is no spoon from The Matrix. It's a simple line, right? But it's actually a profound spiritual statement. This line isn't just sci-fi flavor. It hints at ideas found in Buddhism, even in philosophy from the Hindu spiritual book, the Bhagavad Gita. And it pulls the audience into these questions about perception and reality that stay with them. This is one of the reasons The Matrix has become such a huge cultural reference for us. It's not just the cool bullet time and the kung fu, but it's the power and depth of truly soulful storytelling. And by connecting these larger ideas, these metaphysical concepts, stories can become more than just entertainment. They can stay with us and live in our hearts and minds. So why does it matter to write with depth and soul? Because the scenes that haunt us, that stay with us, do more than just forward the plot. They reach in and they grab something real. Think about Schindler's List and the line, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire." Okay, this is a line from a spiritual text, but in this film, this single line feels like it holds the weight of history because it speaks to something universal. It's a moral imperative. And when you write with purpose and emotion, you're not just crafting a screenplay. You're creating a story that's timeless, a story that's sacred. And that's what will make your screenplay and your story unforgettable and undeniable. So let's talk about characters, because soulful storytelling means going beyond just giving your characters strong goals or interesting backstories, which you should definitely do. But it's also about creating characters who reflect the human experience in all its messiness and all its beauty. Take Stalker by Tarkovsky. If you haven't seen it, you must. Here the stalker is both broken and deeply spiritual, and he's a character on a pilgrimage in search of something that he can't even see. Isn't that relatable? Because it's the basis of faith itself. And don't we all want to believe that there's something greater, something meaningful, even when we can't see it? And characters like this mirror our own spiritual journeys, and we're all on one, whether we want to admit it or not. One of the most powerful things about storytelling is its universal nature. It can speak beyond class, beyond race, beyond nationality. Well, think about The Lion King, right? When Mufasa tells Simba, "Remember who you are." It's more than, a pep talk for a little lion cub. It's a reminder for each of us to find and take our place in the world, to honor our own journey. It's profoundly inspirational. And powerful stories bring those deep themes like identity and self-discovery and purpose into relatable, digestible moments. And that's what keeps audiences coming back. Because just like in life, in stories, people can sense inauthenticity from a mile away. If your script feels forced, or if your characters don't seem to operate from believable motivations, your audience will quickly lose interest. Authenticity in storytelling means that while things don't have to be realistic, Talking Lions, for example, the emotion and struggle must feel genuine. It must relate to universal themes, those that all people struggle with. These themes must transcend culture, race, and class if they're to be truly profound. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a movie about memory and love that hits deep because it's so real and so raw. And it asks, what if you stayed this time? It's not just a line, it's a call to live fully, to make conscious choices. It makes us look back on our own regrets, the bad choices we've made in our lives. And what if we had the chance to go back and make a different choice? One guided by wisdom and courage, perhaps. This deep, authentic question is what grabs the audience and doesn't let you go. When I wrote Dirty Boy, which premiered in a gala screening in Cannes this year, I wanted to create a central character whose journey between madness and spirituality felt honest and raw. And this story shows Isaac, who's a deeply religious character who wrestles with these dark visions and an alter ego who drags him off the moral path. But it's his madness which ultimately leads him towards enlightenment. And it challenges our views on what mental illness might mean in relation to spiritual connection. I was inspired by that powerful saying, there's a fine line between genius and insanity, because it's a universal truth. We've all had dark times in our lives when our emotional states have made us feel very distant from our Creator. But often this pain can draw us closer to spiritual truths. And incorporating big themes like this into your writing doesn't just make a story more interesting, it makes it last, it makes it resonant. It gives the story that universal pulse. It touches on the divine aspects of the human experience. And when you embrace and master these soulful storytelling principles, you'll create more than just a movie. You'll create an experience that lingers. The best films, the best novels, they don't just entertain, they resonate. They find success because they're profound, they're timeless. Look at The Shawshank Redemption and Andy's line, oh God, Andy's great line, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. This line speaks into the soul, doesn't it? It's not just dialogue, it's an inspirational reminder that keeps audiences coming back time and time again, that sticks in their hearts and minds. Soulful screenwriting isn't just about technique. It's about putting your own spirit into the story and inviting others to see their reflection in it. So go on, get writing, and don't be afraid to bring out those big themes, that authentic emotion and that universal heartbeat. You're not just telling stories, you're stirring souls. So if you want to dive deeper, don't forget to download my free guide to cinematic story structure. It's linked below. And if this video inspired you in any way, then please hit subscribe and let's keep creating unforgettable stories together. See you next time.